Very weird. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, my music just cut out for no reason. Oh, there it is. It's back now. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. We'll be getting started shortly. We're going to wait for a couple more of the slow pokes to get here before we start doing anything official. So just hang out for a minute, listen to these lovely songs. They're royalty-free songs, so you can rip them off and use them as background music for anything in your life. All right, y'all, welcome. How's everybody doing today? I'm Kevin. I'll be the host. Sheila, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
Much better, thank you.
Good. Keep your chin up and keep reaching for the stars. Is that what Casey Kasem used to say? Something like that. Keep reaching for the stars. All right, we got Tati. Sheila, are you going to do some time today?
Well, I'm not really prepared, but yeah, if you have time for me, maybe I will.
Absolutely. Why not? No worries. And Tati, how are you, Tati? She's connecting. It's so serious when people connect. Oh, you're muted, Tati. Still muted. You work on that for a minute. I'm going to say hi to Jim. Jim, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Kevin. You?
Good. Looks like a beautiful day there in Canada.
Well, I'm in Tahiti.
You're not in Tahiti. They don't have trees like that in Tahiti. I can tell that. Come on. Okay, wait, Tati, we can't hear you still. We have no idea what you're saying. You're muted on the Zoom. So hit your space bar. I think if you hold down the space bar, it'll unmute you and then we can hear you. And then when you let go of it again, it mutes.
Can you hear me now?
Now we hear you.
Yeah.
How are you,
Hi.
Tati? Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. I love it. That's my favorite kind of waxing.
Yes.
It is. And we've got Berkey here. Berkey, you're in Turkey today. How you doing, Berkey?
Turkey.
Fine. Hello.
All right.
You can hear me, right?
We got people all over the world here. We got Canada, US, Brazil, and Turkey. Check it out. I know people bag on Zoom comedy. They say, oh, Zoom comedy sucks. You know what? I think this is actually really special that all of us can be here right now. I really, really mean that. I think that's really freaking cool. Somebody in Brazil. Not only is that person in Brazil, but in Brazil right now, it's winter.
Yes.
Blow your mind? It's winter.
Actually, I'm from the northeast of Brazil.
It may not be winter.
No. Yes, but this is not really winter. It's heat now.
Yeah, you're getting kind of right into that September and starting to warm up.
It's rainy. It's kind of raining, but not raining now.
Okay.
So even if it's winter, it's very hot here. I live in a city called Natal.
Natal,
Christmas. It's Christmas in Portuguese.
Did you want to do some time today?
What?
You want to perform some comedy today?
Yes.
All right, no problem. You can do that. And Berkey's going to perform. So here's going to be our lineup. We're going to go Jim first. We're going to go Berkey second. We're going to go Tati third. And Sheila, you can close the show if you so desire. It's totally, you can do knock-knock jokes. You can even just share a recipe with us. It's all good, whatever you choose to do. Remember, this is an open mic, so if something resembles a joke, please let air out in an appropriate manner. Actually, you can let air out any way you choose because we're not in the same room. So that's it. I'm going to let everybody do 4 minutes today. At 3 minutes, I'm going to hold up this light like this. Can you see that? I don't have my little sign because
Okay,
my sign got wet, and so I'm going to use this
I
today.
got it.
All right.
I
At 3 minutes, I'll hold that up. You'll have one more
3
minute to
minutes.
wrap it up. You don't have, so there are 4 minutes total. You don't have to panic. But when you do get that second time, if you don't wrap up within 20 or 30 seconds, I'm going to fade up the music just like it's the Oscars, and we'll watch you be escorted off the stage. All right.
Okay. Just a question. Are you going to put this video on YouTube?
Right now, it's streaming live.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
So I can watch later.
Yes, you can go. You can go to our Facebook group. Are you part of our Facebook group?
Yes,
Yep,
absolutely.
it'll be posted on the Facebook group. They'll have the link to the YouTube or whatever. So yeah, you're set to go. And check this out. Right now, you don't know this. There are 3.7 million people watching this.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody.
3.7. You might get off here and you might be a TikTok sensation. Won't that be great? All right, so let's get the show started. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, vampires and nightwalkers, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I'm just glad you're here today to share your sense of humor with a group of weird people from around the world. Make some noise for me! Woo! There we go. Took a while. There was a good delay there. That was a good delay. I'm Kevin. I'll be the host. It's the Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy Open Mic on Tuesdays. If you've never checked out the Greg Dean website, please just look up Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy on the internet. We will answer all your stand-up comedy wishes, and all your stand-up comedy dreams can come true. Check it out. We have the world's greatest show here today. This is so exciting. I don't know if I've ever been this excited before. Berkey, have I ever been this excited before?
Yes, I'm totally.
No.
No, see, I knew I wasn't. Oh, we got Jeff Lawfer here. Hold on, let me let him in. All right, check it out. I want to bring up our first performer. He's the district attorney for the city of Miami. He won a gold medal in the International Grilled Cheese Competition, and he can speak backwards in Portuguese. Ladies and gentlemen, a giant round of applause for Jimmy.
Thanks, Kevin, the host with the most. The balaclava of balaclavas. What else? Anyway, I appreciate that wonderful introduction. I'm Jimmy R. From the west coast of Canada, but I'm sitting down here with my transplanted trees in Tahiti, as you can see. I figured out the other day, you know, the way the earth is and that sort of thing, the way the planet's going and stuff, that God must be a woman. You know, finally, I've come to that realization. You know, I believe it. You know, why? Well, look what's going on in the world, you know. Just like a woman, you know, God must have periods. You know, one week out of the one week out of the month, everything's going hunky-dory and everything's fine. Then the next week, things start to go a little downhill. Things start getting bad. And then the next week, the shit hits the fan. You know, it's like, whoa. So 3 weeks out of the month, things are pretty bad in the world. But 1 week, all nice. Everything's fine. So that's my idea about it. God must be a woman. So anyway, I was driving the other night, driving a cab, and taxi cab, we call them up here, and I picked up these three drunks, two guys and a woman, and I drove them home. Well, they were slow getting into the cab, and then they were slow getting out, and then they were slow paying for the cab. You know, the two guys were standing at the back of the cab there talking and stuff. And so finally I just said, you know what? I'm never going to see you guys again. I'm out of here. Stand away from the car. So I burned a Yui and drove by him. And one of the guys in their drunken stupor said, "You effing idiot." And I'm thinking, God, I hope I never see those guys again. And I drove around the corner and all the beer out of their case fell off the cab. So apparently they still hadn't. They were so slow, they didn't recover their beer off the top of the cab. And I thought, wow, well, I'll never have to see those guys again. Thank God. And then I stopped at my next stop and they opened up the back door and they said, "Hey, you've got a passenger in the back seat. And I looked, and there's where the guy's girlfriend in the back seat. Man, now I had to go back to the guys and say, hey, I think you forgot your girlfriend. So I got back there, and it was like, they didn't mention nothing about the beer or anything like that. And they said, the guy gave me $20 and says, take take her back to where you picked her up. So that was kind of a winning sort of thing for me. Sometimes I'm driving a cab and it's, you kind of like nodding out, check out your cab drivers, they kind of like, about 6, 8 hours into their shift, they're kind of nodding out and that sort of thing. The only thing that kind of wakes you up there, is if an animal is in the middle of the road or, a bug hits your windshield. Man, that's about the only thing that kind of wakes us cab drivers up. But well, I'll tell you what, I'm having any Trump fans out there? I'm sure there's lots of Trump fans.
I like Trump.
Where's a Trump? Well, he got caught again last week having sex with a minor, and that's all wrong. Sex with a minor, everybody knows that. Everybody except Trump and his fans. There we go. He got caught last week. And the only reason they caught him is that the fella had to go back and, back to the coal mine and start work again. So Trump's bandmate was a coal miner. Get it? Oh, man. Okay, but I have a friend. She's an animal lover. She likes to rob from the rich and give to the poor. The trouble is she traps animals up in the rich neighborhoods and packs them down in a little trap and gives them to the poor. That's the Robin Hood of animals. So anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everybody.
All right, a rare treat.
Right.
We got Jimmy R. And we've had a couple people join us. We got Josh from Canada and we got Daniel. Daniel, how you been, brother? Looking good. I see you got the bodies cleared out of your dungeon. That's not a bad thing. Good to see you. Good to see you. This is so exciting. People are coming from all over the world. Shit, somebody should call the police. Wait, we can't get the police in every country, so who gives a shit? Let's bring up the next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this performer holds the world record for a forehead slapping, can recite the alphabet in alphabetical order, and can smell microwave popcorn cooking 2 kilometers away. Put your hands together from Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, Enix Berkey!
So I'm just gonna start. The most interesting thing about me is that I am disabled. I can use my right arm. It's weird. But, it's not that I'm not that disabled. Like I'm kind of disabled. Like I'm disabled. Like I could live on my own and make you feel bad at the same time. Or like if you were standing on a bus, you would give me your seat, but then feel like a chump afterwards. So it's kind of in the middle of it, and it kind of looks weird. So people get curious. Like when I'm walking on the street, people check me out, like they're checking out a hot girl. It's the same energy for the exact opposite reason, because no one, when they see me, no one goes like, oh shit, yeah. Instead they go like, oh shit, no. But one of the advantages is that people don't forget me, because it's kind of unique, right? It's like people can't usually say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a lot of friends with weird arms. Which one were you?
I love that.
Sorry, I can't remember. He's like that. And yeah, I'm like a ginger, I guess, because you don't know a lot of gingers, do you, right? I don't know, right?
I was a ginger.
Oh, okay, that's one, right? And like when someone I know comes up to me across the street, it, it takes them a moment to stop looking at my face. And when they do that, they figure it out. Oh, it's like, oh, okay, I remember. Something like that. And so I've been trying to work out in the house because I just don't want to go to the gym. I just don't
Me
want that.
too.
It's, but I feel weird in the house. Like, I think it's because it's too narrow. It's I can move. Like, look at this. Like, look at this lamps. You see that? It's not perspective. It's like this. There's the distance between us. And my body is just like, no, you don't do this here. You need to get fat in the house, not fit. That's not what you do here. My brain just gives me errors. So I have a philosophy teacher, and he's drunk, so he's a good philosophy teacher.
The best.
I can't sleep. The last month, I can't sleep. Like, we have an owl at the house. We feed an owl, but I'm the only one who knows that because everybody else is asleep. And we sleep together in the mornings. Thank you. That's my time.
Wow, that was a quick ending right there, man. I almost missed the cue. But we try to run things professionally. I swear to God, man, you crack me up. I have a lot of friends with special arms. That tickled me. I know it's dark, but man,
Yeah.
I like that, dude.
We have I have a friend that come in. She's also has a how can I say deficient. Anyway, you
hand?
got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking arm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give Berkey a giant round of applause. Share him with us. That was awesome.
Yay.
All right, we're going to go next. We're going to go down. We're going to go down south right now. Ladies and gentlemen, she once removed a kidney stone using a pair of needle-nose pliers. She plays harp for Wales, and she's the corporate attorney for Kmart. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from Brazil, Tati!
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Kevin. If anybody here ever tried to get into fitness, say, oh my God.
Oh my God.
So I don't know about you guys, but I already gave up of getting into fitness. I looked somewhere at the ceiling and said, Jesus, I'm done. It's up to you. So, believe it or not, but he answered me. Ah, no, it's up to you, young lady. I said, thank you, Lord, for the young lady. Thank you. And then, they made me lift a heavy cross, walk a long distance, screaming at me, call Messiah. Well, I think I'm done already, and it's your turn now. Well, guys, believe it or not, after this conversation with the Almighty, I figured out myself that Romans created CrossFit. And trust me, I got a bachelor degree in physical education. In Brazil, it's a fitness thing. It's fitness. I can work as personal trainer, fitness coach, Zumba teacher, everything we hate. But I used to do things for the curiosity. I'm not an active person, but got a fitness certificate. And now I'm here doing this open mic, but I never have been funny. Like this joke. I told you. Anyway, what I can teach you now is if everything goes wrong, just Reach out to Jesus and let's go CrossFit. I'm Tatiana. Thank you. You are amazing, guys.
Tati! Thanks for sharing with us. I guess all of us have the same problems in the world. We all sit around and eat crappy food.
Yes.
So we're all, fitness is like something we're all trying to do.
Yes.
Jim, something strike you funny there?
God is a woman. Tatiana just proved it. God is a woman. Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's keep the show going because the energy's through the roof right now. The audience is warmed up. We're ready to go. Everybody get yourself a drink. Don't forget to tip your waitresses because it's probably somebody who's a family member. All right. This next performer is a TV news anchor, former Secretary of State,
Wow.
and has a skull made of tungsten. Put your hands together for Sheila!
Well, I guess I should start by telling you a little bit about myself. My husband and I recently moved to an over 55 community, or as my grandchildren like to call it, Jurassic Park. I don't like to think I'm old, but I was a charter member of the original Mickey Mouse Club. When I see Goldie Hawn on the tabloids, it makes me feel a little better about getting older. I know even if I had all her fame and fortune, gravity would still win. Women in my family don't go gray, we go red. The older I get, the redder my hair will be. By the time I'm 85, my hair will be the color of Cheetos. It's not all bad. I love shopping at Whole Foods. With all those Fitbit wearers, there is always a handicapped parking space. The pandemic has got me thinking about my mortality. And I have instructed my children, if I croak, they're to destroy all photographs of me. I don't want to end up on the wall of some Cracker Barrel looking down on strangers eating biscuits and gravy. Technology is great, but are y'all paranoid about that Alexa and Siri and all those listening devices? I'm not afraid of Alexa. I used to teach 7th grade. Nothing scares me. Technology is great, but do I really need a refrigerator that can trace my ancestry, order pizza, and give me dating advice? And have you heard about the robot doctor? Have you heard about the guy who found out he was dying from the robot doctor? That's just what I want, to be dying, and here comes R2-D2 dressed up like the Grim Reaper. I try to keep up. I know how to text. I know how to Venmo. I know how to email, but I was putting the poo emoji at the end of all my emails until my daughter told me that is not a Hershey's Kiss. I'm not the only one who does dumb things. I overheard a woman in CVS ask the pharmacist, y'all are out of B12. Is it okay if I take 2 B6s? And my neighbor is so dumb. He thinks a non-binary person is somebody who can't count to 2.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one getting old. I went to a Tom Jones concert. If you're wondering if it's possible to get leather pants on over Depends, the answer to that question is no. Those leather pants have been retired. You Gen Xers and millennials think you're never going to get old. Just whether you turn on the TV and they're using Kanye music to sell laxatives or Jay-Z music to sell incontinence products. You may have 99 problems, but leakage won't be one of them. Have you heard that Jimmy Buffett's opening a retirement community he's calling Margaritaville? You know what's worse than living with a bunch of parrot heads? Living with a bunch of retired parrot heads. I also heard Jimmy's updating some of his old hits. Depends to the left, depends to the right. I've spent 4 lonely days in a cable news haze. And my personal favorite, why don't we get drunk and nap? I'm Sheila. Thank you.
Sheila, thanks for sharing that with us. That's coming along nicely. That was fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do like to just try this. It never works, but I'm gonna see. Alexa, play polka music. If anybody has Alexa in the background, we'll hear polka.
I'm not in the right room.
That's what I'm always hoping for. That I like to try to trigger people's Alexa and their Siri. Hey Siri, tell Alexa to go to hell. All right. All right, let's keep the show going. Josh, you're gonna do some time today, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
totally.
Josh, is tomorrow your next round?
Yes, that's why I'm here, just to, gain some confidence.
We'll promote it for these guys right here. Where are you performing tomorrow?
Well, it's in Ottawa at Yuck Yucks, which is doing their shows at Live on Elgin at 7:30 tomorrow night, August 25th, 2021. It's tough. It's sold out. I couldn't even get tickets for my friends and family, but you can
Wow.
give it a shot. But hopefully I'll make it to the next round again, and then there'll be another shot.
He's moving right up through the ranks of the contest. Good job, Josh. I think it's time to introduce you because it's time to hear what you have to say today. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh plays tuba in a polka band. He's an expert Lebanese food chef, and he's the inventor of the dishwasher. Ladies and gentlemen, from Canada, Josh Ratliff!
Hey,
Man.
I am your man. I could use some company. In fact, yeah, it's funny because Sheila just reminded me of, like, you hear songs differently now. When I hear the AC/DC song, "You Shook Me All Night Long," these days I just think about my sleep apnea. Probably used to be about sex, but this presentation I'm going to do is called "What I've Been Doing Since My Vaccine" by Josh Ratliff. Which is how I would start this if my grade 3 teacher was correct about how humans should talk. Because you always start your presentations with, yeah, all right, I'll take that joke out. So I got my second vaccine last month, and the nurse said, now I'll be able to see friends. But I don't think the vaccine worked, because I still have no friends.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for laughing at my pain. And even though I have no friends, I'm still not being productive. Meanwhile, I read that in quarantine during the Great Plague, Isaac Newton invented calculus. So he left a legacy of making the rest of us look bad. Holy crap, Isaac! Why don't you just sit down and binge watch Shakespeare and do harpsichord dancing videos for TikTok like the rest of us? But I'm grateful for the pandemic, because before the pandemic, when I told people that I have no job and no friends and I live in my parents' basement, they were like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" But now when I tell them those things, they say, "It's okay. The pandemic's been tough on all of us." And I'm like, yeah, the pandemic. That's what it was. Because I was all those things beforehand. All right. It's okay. The pandemic doesn't bother me too much. I feel very safe with my mask on. Because all the best medical equipment is available at Old Navy. I love their denim hazmat suit. Back to school. No, back to cool. That has nothing to do with anything. I just like saying back to cool.
No, they're right with you. I was thinking of the commercial in my mind of the denim suit. I was right there with you, man. Just keep going. It's beautiful.
You can visualize. But it's quite a roller coaster ride of emotions that we're all on. At first it's like, oh, we're all gonna die, and then it's like, never mind, it's all good. We're very lucky to be dealing with a pandemic that can be stopped by laundry. But to keep my mind off the pandemic, I've been checking out celebrity gossip, and I saw that Ben Affleck is back to dating Jennifer Lopez, and people are comparing Jennifer Lopez to Ben's ex-wife, Jennifer Garner. And I noticed that Ben is 48, which is my age. I'm 48. So I've been asking, why aren't Hollywood Jennifers fighting over me? But then I realized I was asking my roommate, which is a houseplant that I live with in my parents' basement. But there's still hope for me, because Daniel Craig is 53 and has a 3-year-old kid. And there's no difference between me and Daniel Craig. Right? He plays James Bond. And he has hair. I broke up with all my girlfriends when I was young because I didn't want to have to just sleep with one woman forever. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that the alternative was to sleep with no women forever. I even went to a swingers party last week, and it was all couples, which doesn't seem fair. It's like, you've got one already. Like, what? Share them. Even worse, the swingers party was a potluck. Oh, I hate potlucks. They should call them a not luck. Okay, let me try that again. They should call them a pot suck. Okay, third one for the charm. They should call it got bucks because they're expensive. I could bring chips, but then I look cheap. So I brought a Subway sub tray that cost $50 and nobody touched it. Everybody just ate the chips that everyone else brought. And nobody even knew what food I brought because nobody looks up from their orgy to see who put the cold cut sub beside the spinach dip. But I didn't want to eat my subs because I figure I should eat what other people brought. So it's worth my while. But I can't eat $50 worth of samosas. So I took a loss on the whole thing. I feel like Jeff Bezos paying taxes to fund welfare. So I guess I did get screwed at the swingers party. Ta-da! All right, thanks. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh, you're a crack up, man.
He's a crack up.
You are a crack up. That was fun. I follow you in your movie, just so you know. Daniel, you gonna do some time today?
Well, I took a rest for 6 months, and I'm ashamed. I have
Don't
not-
even be ashamed, man. You just do what you can do. If you can
So
do
I
one,
repent.
knock joke, you are already a success.
Well, I haven't prepared anything. I used to
No
do
problem. You want to come back next week? You can come
Yeah,
back.
that's
You're
what I'll
always
do,
welcome
because-
here. There's no pressure. You got a joke, you can say it.
I don't want you
Kevin.
to suffer too much.
Tati, what's happening?
I just would like to say thank you for the opportunity
Sure.
because unfortunately I heard the naysayers and thought it was impossible to do this open mic in English. Well, just to help our friends, I tried to register to this meeting many times and gave up. But well, now I did it. So thank you,
I'm glad,
guys.
and you know
Thank
what?
Kevin.
Sometime when you do an open mic for people in English, just start your act, but in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Everybody's just gonna bust up because it's just funny.
Take-
That's
Yeah,
good.
Laugh a
but
lot.
I'm glad I did it. So you guys, you can come next week. Just write and just give it some, that comedy stuff we learn, and then just try. My heart was, but I did it.
And you know what? Was that your first time ever doing comedy?
Yes. I did 4 times in Brazil.
I
here.
just want to tell you, you just did what 99% of the people on this planet are too scared to do. For the rest of your life, everything is easier. If you interview for a job, no worries. You did stand up. You got to go and you got to get a loan at a bank. No worries.
No
You did
worries.
stand up. Seriously, you got it all figured out, man. You did it. Congratulations.
Yeah,
And on that,
I did it 4 times, but then came the pandemic. So I am 2 years without presenting.
Did well.
Just like me, I had sex 4 times, and then the pandemic came, and it's been 2 years.
2 years without presenting.
The only thing that's been inside me is the vaccine. I couldn't even get a reaction from that. So
So
Oh,
thank
wow.
you.
Tati's cracking up over you, Josh. I just want to let you know that. I'm telling
I
you.
want
man.
Tati. I want her at all my shows. She just has a great laugh, and maybe she's laughing because she doesn't understand what I'm saying. But whatever, I'll take it.
Yes, I'm doing. I understand totally.
I'm
because,
kidding.
Because I don't have sex since the pandemic.
Oh, geez.
All right, let's talk about what we learned. We learned some stuff today. We learned that God must have periods. Is that sexist? Perhaps it is. I don't know. We learned that cab drivers nod off. We learned that disabilities are unique, and I have a lot of friends with special arms. I love that. It's so dark. We learned about conversations with the Almighty, and Romans created CrossFit. We learned that poop emojis are not Hershey's Kisses, and it's possible to put leather pants over Depends. They just have to be huge leather pants. We also learned about the pandemic that stopped by laundry, and the best friend is a plant in a basement. You can't find any of this anywhere else on the internet, but right here, it's the Greg Dean stand-up comedy Tuesday open mic. What else are you gonna do at this time? You're gonna come hang out with people from all over the world. Let's have a round of applause for Jim,
Whoa.
Becky, Tati,
Thank
Sheila,
you.
Josh, and our audience. Daniel!
Yeah, Danielle.
On behalf of the entire Greg
And
Dean
this giant
team, I
rock.
just want to say thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Josh, good luck to you. Let us know how it goes, all right?
I will.
Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.